Thank you so much for staying with us. It's still a beautiful, beautiful Friday morning. And right now I have in front of me a really hardworking lady, Chigbu, who happens to be the executive executive producer, because we're in the TV space, of IREDE Foundation, and also one of the founders of the social, tell me about
the Social Good Company.
The Social Good Company. Welcome to Wake Up Nigeria.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
It's amazing having you here. I mean, considering all the work you're doing around the world, it's really amazing. Now, tell me first about IREDE Foundation.
So IREDE works with children that have been amputated, either as a result of congenital issues or as a result of trauma, to help them live a full life. So everything we do at IREDE, from the policies to the advocacies to the services that we provide, is to help these children and their families actually live independent lives. Because when you have someone with a disability, you realize that it's difficult to manage. And because as a nation, or even in the continent, we have so limited conversations around disability. There's limited accessibility. There is, no awareness on disability. So pretty much what we do at IREDE is to help those children live a full life, and especially those that are amputated as a result of one reason or the other.
Amazing. So tell me, IREDE Foundation has been on for how long now?
This is our 12th year as an organization, trying to, foster the same cause, but we've expanded the work that we do. And just recently, we expanded into research of what leads to amputation in Nigeria especially, and how to mitigate against it versus, always intervening in terms of providing artificial limbs. So now we're thinking, how do we prevent those that are preventable and continue to create awareness and support the policies that are already in place for people with disabilities.
Amazing. So before I go into your research and ask you what you found out, I would like to go back a little bit and ask, why did you feel the need? I mean, why was IREDE Foundation created? I understand the work it does, right? What was the reason why we got to that point and saying, okay, you know what, we want to actually do this long term? I know it's a long time back.
Yeah, but 15 years ago, I gave birth to my daughter, and she was born with a congenital limb deformity called tibia hemimelemia. And we had to amputate her right leg. And 2 years after, she got a prosthetic limb. And so I got a bit curious, trying to understand how do other parents in the same shoes cope, especially because I didn't have anyone to share their stories with me of what was happening in Nigeria or Africa with respect to that kind of ailment. I saw a few stories around the world. And so I just wanted to share my own story to say, my daughter had the same thing. I went on ahead to do the amputation. She's back in school. She's living a full life. So pretty much it came from that point of trying to help other parents and really just create a support group that would help support other children. And then, one child led to another, and now I think we have done about 546 limbs in the last 12 years that we've started.
Now it makes sense, because I mean, this experience, this whole thing is personal to you. Now you understand the longevity of it and why 12 years and counting. So now tomorrow we're literally going to be having a walk. Now let's talk about that.
So it's Limb Loss and Limb Difference Awareness Month. So globally, there's a celebration of, why limb loss, what happens, what you need to do. And so as IREDE Foundation, in the last 11 years, we have been celebrating this by creating awareness and sensitization to the public through the work that we called Out on a Limb. So we go out on a limb for children that cannot go the mile themselves. We raise funds, we create awareness, and help those that can prevent it as much as possible. Because especially in Nigeria, you find out that most of the limb loss situations that you have leading to amputation is as a result of mismanaged fracture. So a child falls down, somebody has an accident, and the first place we take them to is the bone setters. We don't know whether there was actually a broken bone or not. And so this creates a lot of amputation, and it's preventable. So through this work, we do that sensitization, and also helping people know that people with disability can live a full life. You can live a normal and an amazing life.
Amazing. So, I mean, this walk is open to everybody. So give us the details, location, time, all of that.
Okay, so this walk is happening in 60 locations globally. And it is happening at 7 a.m. but for those that will probably want to be at the flagship location, it's happening at number 77A, Awolowo Road, Ikoyi, Lagos. And that's the same building that is the YMCA building. We'll do a 2-kilometer walk all the way to Falomo Under Bridge, or let me call it, as my daughter will call it, the Chibok Bridge, Girls Bridge.
Yes.
So we'll walk all the way there and we'll walk back, just creating awareness and sensitization. But if you go to our social media pages, you will see the locations that are closest to you. So we're working from Magodo, we're working from Yaba, we're working from Ikorodu, we're working in Abuja, we're going to be working in Enugu, we're going to be working in London, we're going to be working in the US. So it's everywhere. And the idea is to bring all our voices together for those children that cannot speak up for themselves or even take a walk. So we work on their behalf.
I think you're doing an amazing, extraordinarily amazing job. I hope your daughter will be there tomorrow.
Oh, definitely. She's going to be there.
Looking
I think she's been there every year since the inception of the world.
Definitely looking forward to meeting her. And actually, I'll be there tomorrow. So definitely it's going to be an amazing time. Thank you so much for everything you do. And I would like to talk more about this, but then again, hopefully we'll have you back to actually talk about what the post-walk was like. Right? But right now we have to go. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.